Welcome back, my friend. Today, I'm going to show you how saying less makes people lean in, listen harder, and give you the respect you've always wanted. So stay with me till the end. They talk and talk and talk, thinking the more they say, the more they'll be understood. But here's the truth. The man who says less controls the conversation. While others fill the air with noise, the Stoic man uses silence as a weapon. Every word is measured, every pause is intentional, and in that space, people lean in. They wait for what he'll say next, because his words carry weight. In this video, I'm going to show you the art of saying less, how to speak with purpose, and how to command respect without ever raising your voice. The first secret to mastering the art of saying less is understanding the power of restraint. Most people fear silence. They rush to fill it with meaningless words, thinking it makes them appear confident, but in reality, it makes them predictable and forgettable. A Stoic man sees silence differently. He understands that when you speak less, every word becomes more valuable. It forces people to pay attention. Not because you're loud, but because you're rare. When you're careful with your words, you create a sense of authority without even trying. Your silence challenges others to fill in the blanks, and in doing so, they reveal more than they intended. While you remain composed, observing everything, that's how you gain the upper hand. Not by speaking over others, but by making every word you do speak impossible to ignore. If you want to master the mindset of a true Stoic man, hit that subscribe button now. Don't miss what's coming next. The second key to controlling conversations is strategic pausing. When most men speak, they rush their words, as if afraid of losing the listener's attention. But the Stoic man knows the opposite is true. By inserting deliberate pauses, you give your words weight. You allow the silence to echo, forcing the other person to lean in, literally and mentally. Pauses create anticipation. They make people wonder what you'll say next. And when that moment finally comes, your point lands harder, because it didn't have to fight through noise to be heard. This is why leaders, great negotiators, and even the most magnetic men in history never feel the need to rush their speech. They control the pace, and in doing so, they control the room. The third key is choosing your words like a weapon. Most men speak to fill the air. The Stoic man speaks to cut through it. Every sentence you say should have a purpose, to make a point, to lead the conversation, or to leave a lasting impression. If a comment, a joke, or a story doesn't serve the outcome you want, you simply don't say it, because you understand that your voice loses value every time you speak without reason. This discipline turns your words into currency, and when your words are rare, people treasure them more. They'll remember the few things you say, and forget the endless noise from everyone else. A Stoic man never competes for attention. He earns it by making every word count. The fourth principle is mastering the power of pauses. When most men get nervous, they speed up. They talk over others. They fill silence because they fear it. But a Stoic man does the opposite. He uses silence as a weapon. When you pause after making a point, it forces people to sit with your words. It creates tension, and tension makes your presence impossible to ignore. This isn't just about speaking slowly. It's about letting the room breathe between your sentences. It's about showing you're in no rush to be understood, because you know your value doesn't need to be proved in a hurry. The moment you stop fearing silence, you gain control over any conversation. And when you control the conversation, you control the frame. The fifth principle is controlling the frame. In every conversation, there's an unspoken question: who's leading and who's following? Most men give up that control without even realizing it. They adapt to her mood. They answer every question immediately. They react instead of setting the tone. But a Stoic man? He decides the frame before the first word is spoken. If she's emotional, he stays grounded. If she tests him, he doesn't bite. He redirects the conversation to where he wants it. This doesn't mean being cold or robotic. It means never letting someone else's emotions dictate your behavior. When you hold the frame, people feel safe, curious, and drawn to your energy. Because deep down, everyone is looking for someone who doesn't crumble under pressure. The sixth principle is strategic silence. Most men feel an unbearable urge to fill every pause, to keep talking so there's no awkward moment. But here's the truth. Silence is one of the most powerful tools in conversation. When you stop talking, she starts thinking. When you hold eye contact without rushing to respond, you create tension, anticipation, and most importantly, control. A Stoic man understands that the one who's comfortable with silence holds the upper hand. Because in those moments, people reveal more than they intend, and you can steer the conversation exactly where you want it to go. Silence isn't weakness, it's dominance without aggression. And the final principle is purpose-driven speech. Every word you speak should serve a purpose, to inspire, to challenge, or to lead. Stoic men never waste their voice on meaningless chatter, because they know their words carry weight only when used with intention. When you speak less but with clarity, people remember you, they quote you, they respect you. This is the Stoic path. If you found value in this message, subscribe now, like this video, and share it with someone who needs to hear it. Because your journey to becoming unshakable doesn't start tomorrow. It starts the moment you take action. Now I want to hear from you. Which do you think has more impact in a conversation? The words you choose or the pauses you hold? Drop your answer in the comments.